Welcome into Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. I am Tom Downey, here to take a look at the future of one Miles Boykin and if he is on the roster bubble as suggested by The Athletic. That was their claim, and I do think it makes some sense. It is a numbers game going on right now, which is a good numbers game to have, at the wide receiver position. In reality, I think Boykin will have to beat out James Proche and others after being a third-round draft pick in the 2019 NFL Draft. At some level, Boykin has been a little bit of a disappointment. Yes, he's played, he's made a couple plays here and there, but he's never emerged into the number one or even number two receiver I think the Ravens were hoping to get when they drafted him out of Notre Dame. Per The Athletic, this was their 5 roster locks at receiver, and this list makes sense, right? Marquise Brown, Rashod Bateman, Sammy Watkins, Tylan Wallace, and also Devin Duvernay. Brown is not going to end up going anywhere, right? Bateman was just a first-round pick. They just signed Sammy Watkins. They drafted Tylan Wallace in the 3rd round. Devin Duvernay was a 3rd-round pick himself. Those last 2 names, both more recently drafted than Miles Boykin. And they all have roles on this team. The Ravens are not going to cut a 3rd-round pick right after they drafted him. So Wallace, as a rookie, is going to make this team. Brown's not going anywhere, barring a trade. Bateman, Watkins, they're sticking around. They're going to probably start for the Ravens. And then Duvernay also offers punt return value. So that leaves Boykin battling others at this wide receiver position, where in 2020, 33 targets, he caught 19 passes for 266 yards and 4 scores. Yes, the 4 touchdowns are nice, but you're hoping for more out of him. The Ravens were hoping he could emerge as that X receiver. They had to bring in Dez Bryant, give him snaps, because Boykin in the end wasn't enough of a contributing factor. Now, the one big battle that's brewing here at wide receiver, and we'll go to the depth chart here again in a second too. James Proche versus Boykin appears to be the lead battle for the wide receiver 6 role. With the other 5 locks there, Proche, more of a slot guy, undersized, but also offers punt return value. So for the Ravens, they're probably going to decide that last spot based on special teams. Now, maybe Deion Kane or Benjamin Victor surprises, but Duvernay and Brown can both play the slot. Tylan Wallace can play the slot. Proche was actually pretty heavy an outside receiver at SMU and hasn't really carved out his role as a receiver, but he does bring special teams value. And that complicates things for the Ravens. If Duvernay gets hurt, Proche makes the team. If a Bateman gets hurt, Boykin ends up making the team. And frankly, they might end up carrying both of them if there's an injury. So there's an interesting roster battle brewing that I'm very excited to see how it all breaks down through training camp and into the preseason. So make your predictions right now, assuming that all the receivers are healthy. And there ends up being that battle for the 6th spot, because I doubt the Ravens end up carrying 7 receivers. Get your votes in. Will Miles Boykin make the roster? Type in Y for yes or N for no. We're going to keep you guys covered on everything going on around the Ravens this offseason and preseason training camp, and yes, the actual games too. If you want more videos, hit that big red button and subscribe right now.